Well, yes, sir. For God's sake, let's not organize an army to go into Japan. Kill a million people? It's ridiculous.
Yes, they don't have enough food in stock, and their fuel reserves are practically exhausted already. If we mine all their harbors, isolate them from the rest of the world...
No, blockading's a cowardly act.
It's not worthy of the Air Force.
Interesting question, which is of interest to us all at this point.
He's got the itch. Scratching's catching.
Match 3 sweeps, cause scratching is catching in the instant lottery.
Match 3 Sweeps, the new instant lottery that gives you a chance to win $1 million. Scratch and match 3. You could win up to $10,000 instantly. And if you match 3 sweep symbols, you've got a good chance at $1 million.
You can win. Match 3 sweeps, cause scratching is catching in the instant lottery.
What's your angle here, anyway?
My angle?
Yeah, you know why you're here. What are you doing this for?
See that guy at the till?
Yeah?
He gives me a little something off the top. You know, under the table.
Let's go.
What do we owe you, please?
There is no charge for the food, my friend, but you could read this. Of course, if you'd care to make a donation.
Oh, yeah, here, read that.
You must be friends of Arthur's.
Yeah, we are. Thanks.
Fine, John.
There's banking, and then there's Scotia Banking. Scotia Banking means helping you to afford the important things you want for yourself and your family. It's the support you'll need from this day forward as you plan for all your tomorrows together. It's teaching the young and the very young that getting there can be fun. Banking is about money. Scotia Banking is also about people.
I've been a doctor for 30 years. Maybe I was lucky, but nothing like this ever happened before.
Compensation for malpractice is simple justice.
It can happen once. That's why I bought insurance from your company.
Representing the victim, Nuremberg Pleven.
They deserve to be compensated. It would be inexcusable to fight them.
Nuremberg Pleven has represented over 40,000 personal injury victims.
And frankly, I'm on their side. I'm their doctor.
Attorneys at law since 1929.
This is garbage. This guy is suing me because his son broke his leg out of my fence.
Look on the bright side. The kid won't be climbing your fence for a while.
I can't believe Mr. Malik is being so hard on Nick.
Oh, you don't know Enzo Malik. He had his bulldozers parked in our front lawn before we'd even finished moving out.
I wish he'd have been in that truck.
Now, Nick, that's enough.
I don't care. The guy's a jerk.
Harold, you're doing a great job for us.
Thank you.
Jersey's lucky to have such a progressive company.
Thank you.
By the way, Harold. Ladies and gentlemen, time for a toast. Dr. Borden, appropriately, will propose it.
I have the honor to bring good news at the end of the old year. The mother country has once again called on us for help. And I can assure you that we shall loyally and promptly respond. Please raise your glasses to the Empire, to a glorious victory in the new year.
To the Empire.
On to Pretoria.
Dr. Minetti, as emergency room physician, you're responsible for supervising emergent care?
That's right.
And you have an office at Don Valley Hospital and no practice outside the hospital?
I've worked at Don Valley Hospital full-time for 5 years.
When Carol Cuthbert first came in, she displayed various symptoms of diabetes?
As it turned out, but all she presented was a headache and thirst. It appeared to be the flu.
Now, isn't it your responsibility to distinguish between flu and diabetes? I mean, isn't that what you're paid an enormous amount of money to do?
Her hair was done in yellow spikes. She had a tattoo on her face. We get a lot of kids like that.
Oh, I see. So the type of care that you give your patients is dependent on whether or not you like their hairstyle?
Mr. Chabanian, try to conduct your cross-examination in a civil manner.
I'm trying to, my lord.
I thought she was on drugs.
Oh, but she wasn't, though, was she? Till you had her shot up full of enough insulin to kill her.
Don't want to warn you again, Mr. Chabanian.
My lord. 5 hours after you sent Carol Cuthbert away, She returned in a semi-comatose state. Now, this time you decided to admit her. But the lab failed to do a glucose test. Why?
My tick mark in the lab form overlapped another test, and they did the wrong one.
How did you eventually figure out that she had diabetes?
After she went into a coma, a nurse smelt the fruity odor of elevated blood sugar.
And you instructed Dr. Wu, the intern, to put her on an insulin IV in order to save her life.
Yes. Unfortunately, instead of 1/10 of a milliliter, he gave her a whole milliliter.
A fatal dose. Dr. Minetti, would you say that the care that Carol received was slipshod and incompetent and negligent?
I don't like patients, Doctor.
Doctor, I asked you if you thought you screwed up royally or whether this is just normal procedure.
That's enough, Mr. Trevanian.
No further questions.
Redirect, my lord. How do you get paid, Dr. Minetti?
I bill the Ontario Health Insurance Plan.
Do you now receive or have you ever received a paycheck from Don Valley Hospital?
No.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That it is, Captain. That it is. Only I'm not selling my lands just now, you see. And if I ever do, well, it probably won't be to a Tory.
Well, Mr. Powers, I was pleasantly surprised when you suggest we meet here for dinner.
Well, it's been a while since we've done any business together.
Is there something I can handle for you now?
I understand that warehouse down on Dixon is one of your listings. Congratulations. Now, that's a nice bit of property.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's one piece of property I've always had my eye on.
Really?
Have there been any offers made?
Well, yes. Yes, there have been, as a matter of fact.
You know, Bill, with a building like that, I could consolidate a few of my subsidiary operations. And I'm sure you know I have many throughout the city. Some on prime real estate.
Yes, I know all about them.
That's a lot of properties. Those buildings, I figure, are worth roughly $10 million, if you total them all up, of course. You know what the commission on $10 million is?
$10 million. Commission.
Would you like another drink?
No thanks, Mr. Powers. No.
Well, as I was saying, I'd like to make an offer on that Dixon building.
Oh, that's terrific.
I've heard a lot of good things about you lately, Bill. You've built a solid reputation.
Thanks very much, sir.
And once you sell that property on Dixon, you'll really be in the big leagues. And if I should happen to list with you to sell out my properties, well, this time next year, you could be in a completely different tax bracket.
Well, if you're serious about making an offer, I suggest we get it on paper right now, so I can present it to the vendor as soon as possible.
Good idea. But let's not rush into this. Let's play ball together on this one, Bill. It might work out to everyone's benefit. Now, if you could let me know what some of the offers are. No, I'm not talking exact figures, just ballpark. You see, something to give us an indication of what we're dealing with. I think we could both profit from this.